I'm going to bring us back together one last time and wrap things up for the conference. Thank you for those of you who are here, still here, for your continued engagement throughout the conference. We really appreciate it. We think there's just been so many wonderful presentations. People who have been up here on stage have been phenomenal. I hope you've heard a lot of great new ideas, a lot of ways to connect with other people, build community, build purpose, build agency, build identity for your students. And really, that's the primary focus is really on students. I can't resist saying a little bit about the fact that I think gathering like this is good for us. It's good for our mental health. It's good for our well-being. I kind of said that at the beginning yesterday. That's what Bob Waldinger says. If you come together with people and build a little bit of relationship, have a conversation with them, you build health and happiness for yourself. And we also added this year some physical activity. Wendy Suzuki led very nicely. So the theme for these conferences tends to be that if you come to the conference, you will be healthier and happier, and you will have better brains when you leave. So hopefully that's true for all of us. But I do want to make a couple of last comments about where we are in the coalition and some thoughts for a little bit for the future. We are very excited about the fact that the coalition continues to grow. We've had several new members just in this past fall. Georgetown is a relatively new member. They've been phenomenal. Obviously, they've been supporting us throughout the conference with their facilities and with their people. That's been great. University of Florida is relatively new. We're very happy to have University of Florida here, and Angela, of course, wonderful presentation yesterday. We appreciated that so much. Washington University is a relatively new member. And I think in the run-up to this conference, we've generated even more momentum. Unfortunately, because of the run-up to the conference, we're kind of lagging behind on getting back to people. So we have five applications for membership in the inbox that we're still working our way through. University of Miami, Soka University of America, Ohio Northern University, Texas Tech University, and University of Denver. So we'll be getting back to those universities and those institutions quickly in the next couple of weeks, but we are thrilled that you have submitted applications, and of course, we're thrilled to hear from others. We have a lot of great conversations. There are opportunities, I know, at various institutions. We're always happy to have conversations about membership or about other things related to the coalition. Rick and I are happy to have Zoom conversations. We do that frequently with a wide range of different institutions, with people. I should also mention, we're interested in building out partnerships as well. There are institutions that may not be a college or university per se. How to Change the World is one. They have representatives here from the UK, Jason and Alana. And we're thinking about the relationship that we can have with them and other institutions, other types of partners. We had a little bit of a conversation at a table I was at yesterday about having a summit of the types of organizations that are all moving more or less in the same direction and want to align a little bit better. So we'll see if we can move that forward. The other thing I wanted to do really was to thank all of you, of course, for coming, but to thank the many, many people who have made this day and a half of activities. And it's really a day and a half for you. It's been a little bit longer than that for us who have been putting it together, but it's been tremendous. All of the presenters, I know that you put phenomenal amounts of time and effort preparing for what you were saying to people here on stage. We really appreciate you taking the time to do that. Particularly our keynote speakers, Corey Keyes, Paul Tuff, and Wendy Suzuki. Really appreciated them being here and contributing to the discussion in so many different ways. Of course, our hosts here at Georgetown, Jack DeGioia, President Jack DeGioia, who spent the entire day here with us yesterday, really appreciated his engagement, and I'm sure we're going to continue our engagement with him, particularly as we think about our Public Advisory Council. Eugenie Deek, I think is still here. Thank you so much. She's the Vice President for Strategy. She has been here throughout. She's been a tremendous supporter for us. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Michelle Schwimmer is somewhere here as well. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, feel free to applaud. These people deserve as much applause as we can give. Michelle is the Senior Strategies Project Manager in the Office of the President. And particularly with some of the transitions that they've had, they have really picked up all of the things that needed to be done for the conference and made it possible. I also want to thank the other people who have made this possible, Aaron Albright and all the AV staff of Optimum Audio. Thank you so much. Really well done. We appreciate that. Elise Encinas and the staff of Georgetown Catering. Thank you so much for making our food and our meals possible. And of course, I need to thank all of my dear colleagues within the coalition, particularly the people I work with most closely. Rick Miller, who has really made this all possible from the very beginning. Thanks so much, Rick. John Volin, member of our executive committee. Marjorie Malpidi, also on the executive committee and our editor-in-chief of Learning Well. Ella Schmidt, who's sitting there in the back, helping us also as part of the staff of Learning Well. Anna Milrod, who I had to leave a little bit early, but she also contributed much at the last minute to contribute to make this meeting possible. And of course, Dana Humphrey, who's our engagement director, who really put her heart and soul into all of the things that made this conference possible. Thank you so much, Dana. And thank you to all of the people who have contributed. Just a couple of last thoughts. You know, we have heard from various people, and there's a lot of uniformity, I think, in the comments that we've heard. You know, I think we are all in the business of transforming lives. That's part of our title, but all of us, whether we say it that way or not, if you're at a university, and probably the reason you're involved in something related to the coalition is because you wanted to make a difference. You wanted to transform lives, and we're all in that business together. So the message that we all take away, I think, from this is that we want to do something. To paraphrase Dr. Smith, we want to do something to change the lives of students on our campuses. And we want to rush off in pursuit of, and we encourage you to rush off in pursuit of hopefulness and happiness, whatever you're doing on your campuses. And finally, as Rick really started the meeting, he said, we hope you feel like you have found your people and a sense of belonging within the coalition. So hopefully that's the case for all of you. Thank you for being here. There is lunch coming up right now for the people who are going to be part of the African American Museum tour in the afternoon. Please stick around after lunch. We'll make the arrangements for that. Safe travels back home. Again, thank you so much for being here. Please continue to reach out to us in the future. We want to work with you in the coming days. Yes, Marge. Yes, so we will be reaching out, so the materials from the conference will be posted and made available as much as possible. I think we have most of that already. We'll also be sending out a survey. We'll also try and engage people. And our intention is, as part of the survey, is to ask you whether you're willing to share your emails. I think that is largely the case, but we certainly want to respect your privacy, so there'll be an option to opt out of that. But we'll try and connect people as much as possible. Any other questions? All right, again, thank you so much. Safe travels home.